Hey guys, it's me, Lama McConaughey Live once again. Welcome to another video. I know, it's been a very long time. I apologize. I haven't been uploading as often as I used to. Life has just gotten the better of me. And speaking of life, I just kind of want to present myself personally and a little bit vulnerably about my situation right now. And this is especially to my future self. Like currently, you are in Canada, living by yourself, paying rent and all that adulting stuff. What am I saying? Speaking of life, I just want to give my future self a little update, as well as anyone who's watching this, a little sneak peek into my life currently, as I am adulting in my early 20s here. It's strange. Life is strange, man, and I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like this life. I guess I'm hitting that like quarter life crisis, and I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying this. I wish there was like a button that I could just like, I had enough. I'm good. Being born into this capitalist society, to sort of being forced to learn a skill that you may or may not enjoy, to sort of make an earning at the same time, a system in which that's designed for not single people, but it forces you to have a partner or someone to help you get in life, I guess. And there's no way financially you can make it on your own as a single person, and it will be very, very difficult, especially in this day and age. Today is, as I'm recording this, it is April 23rd, 2023. I know I had to record something today because the 2023 and 23rd is this a coinky thing, I just felt something special there. But yeah, I just want to give a little update of myself currently. I'm currently in Canada, Alano, and you're working a job. You got a job from last year. After all those months of applying, you actually landed something. What turned out to be a 2 or 3 month contract got extended till now, which you are currently a accounting assistant, or more or less an accounting clerk at this point. You're currently working in a nonprofit organization in the medical field, and I am part of that finance department. How I got there? Well, it is a long story. So it all began when I was 24, and this was last summer of 2024. No, what? Summer of 2022. This is when I got my first job outside of school, in which I was an HR clerk. Now, how I landed this job, I have no idea. At this point, fresh out of school, you're at your most vulnerable, trying to apply to thousands of jobs, maybe 10,000s of jobs. And I got so lucky. I applied through Google, actually. I got so lucky that this super nice lady, we call her Elle. Elle from Death Note. She gave me a chance, and it's actually part of this Canada Summer job program, and I finally got a chance to sort of get some experience, as well as put my foot in the door, as they keep on saying in the market, I guess. And I learned a lot, as much as initially the roles, the duties I was doing was very, very nonchalant. Like, it was whatever. I didn't mind the work. It was a bunch of like many of the tasks I was doing initially was filing, of course, and then doing a lot of billboard and like post-it notes and updating their like rooms in which they present their information. So, and also updating all their safety and regulation guides, as well as first aid and all that. So I had to like go around each room, count their first aid, make sure they're up to date, up to stock with everything, as well as making sure their mailroom system is up to date, and making labels, and go to each like meeting room that they have and like switch out their billboards and like switch out the information, print new information on them, because this sort of safety guidelines and rules tend to update like every year or two. So that was important. It hasn't been changed for years. That's why I was there. So it started off slowly like that, and then I slowly got into payroll. And unfortunately, this organization was using a very, very, very old system. Nothing like when I mean old, it was nothing I was ever thought or seen in school, and I was just like, what am I looking at here? And honestly, I didn't know it would be a great work of like trying to calculate people's like way of salaries and payroll, because the way they were doing things, much of their income for the employees were coming from different types of like programs and codes. It wasn't just like one program or code to an individual person. So that also makes things a little bit more complicated when it comes to updating people's payroll, and as well as trying to get them up the ladder, as they say, to increase their pay, because it's all their stuff has to be budgeted and also be coming from different codes. It makes things super complicated. I don't know why they do that, but it's a non-profit. It is what it is, right? Anyways, I was an HR clerk for 3 months or so, 2 months. And then out of nowhere, the finance department, the guys who were working there, they decided to quit. Well, one of them decided to quit, which was an essential staple, a pillar at that job. And the other guy decided to stay. However, he had plans of moving. And that also made things a little bit complicated in terms of communication and making sure people are getting paid and all these other vendors are being paid. So, as an employee-ish on contract, I have nothing else better to do. I've done most of what I can with filing and all that. So I took the step in and volunteered to, hey, since all this changing is happening, I could, contribute to the cause of this organization. And that's what I did. Since I was doing filing for the HR, which I completed, they wanted me to do filing for the finance. And to be honest, I was shocked. The amount of filing I had to do was unbelievable. There was papers, loose papers everywhere across the office. And the HR filing, compared to that, it was like simple, it was easy. But this was, you could clearly tell the finance department at the time did not give a crap about filing. Because they would just keep things in the stacks. There was an order to the mess, but it was a mess. And I came in there, HR wanted me to like help file that stuff. So I did. And during that week of time, that's when I started to sort of shadow them in a sense, basically stalking, looking over their shoulder. But I was seeing what they're doing. And the guy that was leaving, he also gave me a quick tutorial, very quick. Like he was about to leave that week of what he was doing. And I was just like, frazzled-dazzled. Like I don't know anything about accounting or the finance, right? So I was like, okay, sure, I'll just absorb as much as I can just to continue the process of what they had. Like that was my initial goal, is just to continue what they were doing until they find someone, right? Like that was initially my thought process. Like I was going to continue the so-called mess what they had, so that people are getting paid, people are receiving money, people are giving money, and that's all I really wanted to do, is contribute to the cause. 6+ months later, I'm here taking over the role, and we hired a new finance manager, and we kicked out some old guys. So it's just, we hired someone-ish as well to help us out. So it's a 3-person group in the finance department currently, and we are making changes, we're making efforts, we are catching up. Before we were so behind, but now we're actually catching up. Obviously, I'm just contributing to the cause, and I learned a lot. And life is about experiences and diverse experience. And I just wish employers and employees could really like give a chance to the young people, because I swear I went through so many interviews and applications, and no one was giving me a chance. And I can't imagine for all those young people just out of college or university, just like, man, why are they so lame? Like they act like they weren't young before, and they had to go through the struggle of finding that one job, this one opportunity to show your potential. They don't look at potential. They want people to do the work, obviously, but regardless of who you're going to hire, you have to train them in that scope, no matter what. And it seems that some employers forget about that. Like, given their 50 plus years of experience or whatever it is, they just forget, like, whoever you're going to hire, you have to train. And yeah, so I was in that role for 6 plus. I never got trained. Like, the manager that I have, she never really trained me. She gave me notes, side pieces and stuff, but not really training. I had to do most of it by myself, and I would go home on the weekends just to like understand, look up YouTube videos of what the accounting, finance stuff is about, and really understand like finance 101, like codes and systems. And like, yes, it all sounds familiar. Back in university, I took some business finance courses, but business and finance are two different like things. So I know more about the business aspect, but not really the finance part. That finance part is, it's a bit tricky to understand because some terms that are not really like comfortable, and it's not terms that you use on a day-to-day basis, right? So like, it got me like, honestly, I'm doing a lot of bookkeeping in a sense, but like, it got me like used to saying the words like GL and SL and like accounts payable and accounts receivable and accruals and non-accruals and all this stuff, and using those like capital assets and liabilities, like using that to day-to-day language is, it's so much different than not using it, right? So it's a great experience. My goal right now is to hit that 1 year mark though, and currently it is, like I said, it's April, and my first time entering that office was on July 4th of 2022. So yes, the reason I haven't been uploading a lot is because I just been super tired, like really biting. I'm squeezing the orange for juice more than I can, just to really understand what I'm doing. And what's getting me going is essentially just the thought of like my potential of like, yo, nothing's impossible to learn, right? Like, nothing's impossible. Like, these duties, these tasks are all possible. Like, anyone can do this. Like, anyone can. And it's just up to the people to give you that sort of opportunity, I guess, and patience. It's time, patience, and dedication, right? That's all it is, really. And I just want that untapped potential just to come out of me, just to have that diverse of experience. So like, I have that HR stuff now I have this accounting stuff underneath my belt. I just really want to emerge it, level up more, and even continue to do something else that's not even part of my field. And I can't wait to get to that. And that's what my untapped potential is really about. That's what's driving me a little bit. But however, lately, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure it's my age or like a mental health crisis. But I do feel like I'm losing myself a little bit. Like, I'm feeling some bad Mojo Jojo energy lately, the past week or two, and I'm not sure what it is. And maybe it's a accumulation of multiple things, but I guess it is because I still have to study to really achieve these sort of titles and designations, to really be up there, to be qualified as something else. Like all these HR titles, all these accounting titles, like the CPA and all these other stuff. Like, do you really want to achieve that? Like, all that studying effort for sweat and tears just for that stupid just titles that, I don't know, like, does it really have all that power to really identify yourself as an individual in this capitalized society? I guess so, but those things that keep making me think, like, I don't really like studying, man. Like, oh my god, I thought it would be done, but like, I love continuous, learning and stuff, but like, to really take in-depth courses, to really take years and years of your life just to achieve something is just a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous, but it is what it is, I suppose. That's just my 2 cents, right? And not only that, I have been experiencing pain that I never felt before. And like, I kid you not, like, I am literally sitting down staring at a TV. I mean, like 3 screens the whole day, and trying to, I'm a bit a slow worker. I'm trying to understand the numbers. I'm trying to work with the computer, because the computer I'm working with is bloody slow, man. Like, god damn, it's so slow. So I'm working with the systems, I'm working with the servers that they have. These are server system. I'm working with that. Like, you have to have so much patience with the technology just to bloody work, because it crashes as well, and it takes time for things to upload and all that. And I'm not an Excel genius. I'm becoming more and more useful use for the Excel because in my field in my degree, we use Tableau. Is it called Tableau? Yeah, Tableau, whatever. But using more of that than Excel. So going back to using Excel a lot more is like a whole like, wow, it's been a while since I used Excel like this. So and looking at these sort of type of data, like I never knew Excel could do all of this before. So it's taking me time to get used to where things are, how things were set up before, just to understand what the heck's going on, and right. So because I don't know anything about the accounting world until before, so this gave me a great insight into what the finance department, because it's HR and finance are the backbones for any organization, and people tend to neglect that for some reason. But excuse me, where was I? Yeah, I've been feeling a couple bad energies. I'm not sure why. I've been in pain, and like physical pain, and also mentally, I guess. But physical, which is crazy. Like the past week actually, my neck has been hurting me. I swear. Like I felt like the sharp pain, like this sort of vein or muscle. And I was just sitting there on the, looking at screen for three screen all day, sitting down every day. You're kind of lunching that or like in this position all the time, which I don't really realize, right? And even the chairs are kind of like weird. But I felt a sharp pain, like something like hit me in the neck. And like all of this up to my arm got super numb, dude. I was like, what the heck? I never felt pain like this. And that whole day I was just like walking around trying to like do something, because I couldn't move my neck up or down like this at all. And thankfully I was working in the medical field. I went upstairs to talk to one of the nurses, and she was super nice, and she kind of recommended me to put some heats, because she thinks it's a muscle. I think it's a muscle too, maybe, but it's still like I can still move my neck around now, but there's always a slight lingering pain, which I guess they call it the, like, what do they call the phantom pain? Like every time you break a bone or something like that, there's always going to be a lingering pain that comes out of nowhere here and there. It's like a phantom kind of move. But yeah, I still feel something. I'm not fully 100% recovered, but it's still there. Slightly irritating, but it's there. Not only that, I woke up with a bloody nose early in the morning the other day, like Saturday. And that's my first time in my entire life I woke up with a bloody nose. Like, you make fun of your friends for how bloody noses that kind of rarely happens, but like I woke up with one. Me, Alarm Kano, had a bloody nose. I never had that before in my life, bro. I was like, what's happening? What is happening? And obviously my body as well. I'm not exercising as much. I'm actually gaining weight, which I have never felt before. Like you can actually feel the weight upon your shoulders, your knees, and everything. I was like, whoa, this is such a strange phenomenon, because I've always been like the skinny or fit kid in my entire life. And now I'm feeling weight on my limbs, and it's crazy. It feels weird. So that's happening. Not only that, for the longest time since I started working on the computers and all that, my eyes have just been like bugging, dude. Like, maybe the reason I'm working so slow is because I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm a very self-interest person. I'm not going to sacrifice my body, my health for this bloody company. Hell no. Like, I'm not royal to no company, bro. Like, get out of here. But seriously, I know my manager complains about like, oh, you're so slow. And she's comparing me to some other accounting person. But yeah, I'm slow because it's not really my expertise, but also my eyes. I'm a young person. My eyes should not be bugging like this. And they all wear bloody glasses, right? Like I'm trying to like blink, and obviously these screens are really bright. I try to like low down the brightness and all that. But like, man, sitting down for 7 hours straight, typing in numbers and all that, and trying to like navigate through these folders that are so hard and small to see, and like it's a lot, and you don't realize like, damn, this takes away some of your physical soul and your spiritual soul as well. And like I even been growing white hair. I cut my hair recently, like a few weeks back. To just cut the white hair because I've been growing white hair in the front. And this is crazy. This stress thing is real. My tasks aren't even that stressful. it is a little bit fast paced, and like you have to get things done at the same time, just like make sure things are okay, just to make sure the numbers match. But like, god damn, man, like the other guy was getting bald, and he was in his like 30s. I was like, no way, this man's hairline's receding as well. So this is what it feels like being in the finance department. I'm being paid pennies as well, you know. So I don't know. It's a crazy experience right now. So back to my original video. The reason why I haven't been uploading a lot is because I've just been busy with working, and I apologize. Hopefully this summer I could have more time, maybe. I'm not sure how long I'll be working for this company. My contract ends at the end of April, to be honest, but I've heard verbal confirmation that they may extend my contract. For how long, who knows? I'm just hoping to reach that 1 year mark. If they're gonna hire me, I'm iffy. I don't want to work there for 20 years of my life. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't me. And if you're gonna hire me, I'm definitely gonna ask for a raise, because I've basically been in the friend zone this whole time for them to look for a person who's actually an accountant or whatever, right? So I'm basically in the friend zone for them complaining about someone who doesn't know the job while I'm the one who's doing the job for them. So yeah. It's basically that girl who's complaining about a dude who's doing the wrong things, but you're the dude who's doing all the right things, who's right next to her, with her all the time. So I'm basically in the friend zone in that company, which I don't mind. Like I said, I have no loyalties. I'm getting paid decently, and I just want to reach that 1 year mark as a personal goal. But yeah, just to put on my resume, that's all it is, self-interest, right? So, but of course, during that time, I am looking for jobs. I haven't been really furious about it, but I've just been applying to something that's kind of interesting, kind of nearby, because I do want to move out of this town, hopefully. But again, I just go where the work is, and right now I'm in a good position where my rent is the cheapest as it is for now, given the market, and I have a cool roommate. But of course, the surroundings and the space, I am limited. So hopefully, that's all I have to say. To my future self, Alana, you are doing perfectly fine. Do not let the job titles, identify yourself. What should I say? Do not let job titles define who you are, and that's for anyone who's watching this, right? Like, the whole point of life, which seems to me that a lot of the older generation seems to forget sometimes, even though they always, are very flamboyant in terms of boasting about, like, yeah, I came from this part of this town where I managed to bring my skills in the ladder and had these diversity, experiences, and skills to get to where I am. Yet they don't register, for whatever reason, they don't register that the younger people that are coming up also have to go through the same experiences that you did. And the only way that's going to happen is for them to give the younger generation the opportunity and potential to do what you gone through. And like I said, I'm the only young person in this whole organization, in a sense, like one of the youngest people, and everyone else is like 40 years and older. And they're very they're kind of like our parents, very strict and stern, very work motivated. Some of them are married to their work, which is unfortunate. But you can definitely tell who have kids and who doesn't have kids, and their mentality in work is just so different. And I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I'm just observing things. I'm a Libra. I'm an observer. I don't talk much, but when you just tell the people who don't have kids or whatever are very loyal and very they put more pressure on themselves and more stressful on their jobs, and they're married to their jobs than those who have a family to look after. Like, family comes first regardless, you know what I mean? So whatever people do to, compensate for themselves and whatnot, and how they navigate through life. Because this work life thing I'm doing right now, like I said, I don't like it. I do not like this work life. It's dumb. It's stupid. I don't know why they're applying so much pressure on this shit. For no reason. No reason. It doesn't have to be stressful whatsoever. All you have to do is talk kindly to the other person. They agree. Mutual interest, mutual agreement. Bada bing, bada boom. No one should be talking at you They should be talking with you, and people should be more understanding. So do not let these bad managers, these bad employees, tell you who you are or who you should be identified as, right? And same thing with the work titles. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm just living my best life so far, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Do not, you're still young. You're in your 20s, 24, 25, something like that right now. Yeah. And hopefully the rest of your life, the next 5 years or so, that's still the same way. Obviously, when you're young, you get away with a lot more things, and people don't really take you seriously, which I kind of like. I kind of like it, because you shouldn't be taking me all so serious, because I'm just learning. I'm still going to learn, right? So that's the way things are right now. And I'm not going to gossip or talk about my managers or people, really, because everyone has different paths of life, right? And you're always going to meet different kinds of people. I've been going through that my whole entire life, man. Like, no one's ever super nice to you. No one's ever going to be, people are going to be super mean to you at times. And people are going to be talking at you, not with you. And that's just how it is sometimes. I wish people could talk with each other, because the truth is, no one knows each other, bro. Like, no one really truly knows each other. And we should be nice and kind as much as possible. But obviously, you have some people who really swear a lot, and and they talk at you, and you just have to sort of be rational about and be professional about things coming from their understanding, right? So they kind of be stressed, they're frustrated. That's why they act the way they act. Some are very more lenient, more kind and considerate, in which in your position, who you are as a person, given the situation or organization. So there's a lot of people who understand you, people won't understand you, but who are you? You don't have to prove anything. Like, obviously, there's some point in life where you have to prove yourself, and honestly, life is about proving yourself each time, and it doesn't stop. I was so sad and depressed after university that you have to keep proving your damn self to people, and I hate it. I absolutely hate this life. I hate proving myself. Like, what do I have to prove myself for? Isn't my existence and completing school not enough for you people? Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, regardless of what you do, you are going to learn shit. I don't understand why people don't understand that, man. Like, these employers, I don't know who they are. Like, I don't know who they are, and they act like everyone starts from somewhere, man. Like, everyone starts from somewhere, and it's sad and it's sick that people are out there trying to shut you down for no reason at all, not accepting you. And it's just like, really? Like, really? Like, what's the reason? Why are you so mad for? Why are you so frustrated, bro? Life should not be taken so seriously, bro. We're all just working a clock that should work, and there's always going to be problems, but you just fix it. Things can be redone. Things can be reversed. It's all right. It's all right. But maybe that's just me. I'm too chill. Maybe I'm just too chill about life. But that's just who I am, I guess. Anyways, this video is going on for too long now, and I'm going to have to edit this to condense it to a 20-minute video or something like that. But yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you for watching. Alano, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. July 4th. And given my parents' situation, my parents have moved from Azerbaijan, and my sister's going to school in Australia. Yeah, so you're doing well, Alano. Keep it up. Hopefully, I'm kind of tired, man. I don't know how long I could do this for, to be honest with you, but I am surviving. I'm not really living. I'm surviving, and I'm not sure when I'm going to be living. Probably until I'm 70 years old, unfortunately. And I don't understand the point of that, because people keep saying, "Oh yeah, enjoy your youthfulness, enjoy your this, enjoy that." But how can I enjoy it if I don't have the so-called financial, fluidity to do so? And then they say life moves on so fast, but life is moving fast-ish, I guess. I think life is moving fucking slow, to be honest. It's not moving fast enough, but yeah, I don't know. Like, we live in such a paradox where things are just things we say to each other, these monologues and all these like inspirational stuff is just so confusing. And I don't know, man. I wish there was an expiry date at 25 where you'd be like, hey, do you enjoy life to continue further, or do you want to quit? And personally, I would quit. This is too much. But whatever. I've been blessed with a good and healthy body, and well, for now, I'm trying to continue to be healthy. But man, this work life stuff is killing me, man. And the price for food and rent, it is getting me, dude. It is actually taking away my life force every single time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Life is strange. Life is strange.